I'm here to share with you my experience on this amazing journey in training people for 34 years and what I learned from my students. There are two parts to this video. First part is all about why I think most of us do and succeed at reaching our goals or limits. And then the second part is something that I want to share with you that will help you break through and shatter your limits. So let me start with the first part, which is why we don't get breakthroughs in our life. If you look at human history, there are many examples of people who have achieved remarkable success and accomplished extraordinary things. But sadly, far more people never even try to reach their potential or chase their dreams. And of those that do, they end up giving up halfway and settling for mediocrity. So why do so many people fail to achieve their goals? Through my work with thousands of students over the last 3 decades, I found that it comes down to just 4 reasons. Reason no. 1 is not knowing what your limits are. If you don't know where you are now, how can you possibly figure out how to get to the next level? Imagine setting off on a road trip without a map or a GPS. You might drive around aimlessly for days without ever reaching your destination. That's what it's like trying to improve without knowing your starting point. That's why testing yourself is so important. It gives you that baseline measurement of where you stand. It allows you to see how you measure up and identify areas where you need to focus on improving. It's like having a map or a GPS for your training. Once you know where you are, you can start to plan a route to where you want to go. This is why we spend time at the beginning of each program helping the students get tested so they know where they're restarting from. Reason no. 2 is fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what others will think of them if they push themselves and maybe don't succeed. They feel embarrassed or they feel like a failure. They have all these negative thoughts and beliefs holding them back. What I found working with people for over 30 years is that almost every single person has some type of fear that's holding them back. But the difference between those that succeed and those that don't is simple. Those that succeed learn how to control their thoughts, their emotions, their beliefs, and their fears. They learn how to take control of that instead of letting it control them. For example, you may have the goal of running a 5K, but you're afraid of what other people will think of you if you show up and you re-slow. You let that fear control you, and you end up not even showing up. Or maybe you're afraid of failing to meet your own expectations. Maybe you want to run a 5,000 and you want to run it in under 30 minutes. But what if you train hard and you end up running it in 32 minutes? Are you going to be a failure? Is it the end of the world? It's not. That's just a small setback. You learn from it and you move forward. The key is not to let your fears hold you back from pursuing your goals. Instead, acknowledge your fears, understand them, and then develop strategies to overcome them. Talk to yourself, believe in yourself, visualize yourself succeeding, and then take action towards your goals despite the fear. Remember, fear doesn't have to control you. You can choose to take control of it. Reason no. 3 is a lack of discipline. Most people don't have the self-control and the self-discipline to stick to their plan. They lack the grit, the determination, and the resilience to keep going when things get tough. They quit when they feel like quitting instead of pushing through and finishing what they started. Now look, I know that sometimes things come up in life that are good. Reasons to take a break or miss a workout or not follow the plan perfectly. Life happens. But the key is to make it a habit to follow your plan, to follow your training program, and to make it automatic.
Nice.
You want it to become second nature. This takes time and effort, but the results are definitely worth it. So how do you develop the self-discipline and the consistency to achieve your goals? We'll start by setting realistic goals that are specific and measurable. Break down your larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Create a schedule and stick to it as much as possible. Find an accountability partner who can help you stay on track and offer support and encouragement. Reward yourself for staying on track and celebrate your successes along the way. Remember, developing self-discipline takes time and effort, but the results are definitely worth it. And finally, reason no. 4 is poor planning. Many people dive into training without a plan. If they do and set goals, or if they do and have a clear idea of what they want to achieve. Others might have a plan, but it's too complicated or too overwhelming, and they end up getting lost or demotivated halfway through. Now look, I get it. Planning can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. In fact, I found that the best plans are actually quite simple. They focus on the most important aspects of training, and they leave room for flexibility and spontaneity. A great plan should include a clear statement of your goals, a timeline for achieving those goals, and a list of the steps you need to take to get there. It should also include strategies for dealing with setbacks and staying motivated. Planning helps you stay focused, motivated, and on track towards your goals. It allows you to visualize your success and make any necessary adjustments along the way. Having someone who has been in your shoes before, someone who knows the challenges you face and has already overcome them, is invaluable. Here's what a coach brings to the table. First, a coach provides objective feedback. When you're working out alone, it can be hard to know whether you're doing things correctly or not. You might have bad form or technique and not even realize it. A coach can spot these issues quickly and correct them, which can save you from injury and help you get better faster. Second, a coach keeps you accountable. We all have times when we don't feel like working hard or sticking to the plan. But a coach is there to keep you honest and on track. They'll help you push through the tough times and celebrate your successes along the way. Third, a coach provides a fresh perspective. When you're struggling with a particular lift or exercise, a coach can come up with new ways to help you approach the problem and find solutions you might not have thought of on your own. They'll help you try different techniques and find what works best for you. Fourth, a coach provides emotional support. Training can be mentally and physically challenging, but a coach is there to offer encouragement and help you stay positive. They'll help you through the tough times and celebrate your victories together. Finally, a coach helps you break through plateaus. We all hit plateaus in our training where we stop making progress towards our goals. A coach can spot when you restuck and help you break through the plateau and reach the next level. They'll adjust your plan as needed and help you make the changes necessary to get over the hump. If you want to shatter your limits and achieve your goals, consider finding a coach or a mentor who can guide you on your journey. With the right support, you can achieve extraordinary things. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. And remember, if you want to smash your limits and achieve your goals, you can do it. It just takes a little bit of planning, a lot of hard work, and a never-give-up attitude. Good luck and see you soon.